Greetings from the Woosted. It is I, Wooz the Collector, here once again to share my opinions, my likes, what I'm collecting now on the Collector's Geeks and Freak Show, episode 35. All right, gang. So this week I was supposed to go see Knock at the Cabin. Me and Lady Ruse decided to get our tickets refunded, which is a nice aspect on Cinemark.com. You just get your money back, or you can put it on a little card. It's what we did. Why do we do this? Because it was Hoth planet temperatures here in the Northeast for the past couple days. I swear, I kid you not, I saw a Wampa chasing a Tauntaun down Route 80 here in East Haven. It might have been a lady dressed in a white coat chasing her dog or something, but hey, it looked like a Wampa and a Tauntaun to me. Yeah, it was that cold. So we opted just to hit a couple stores really quick and come home. Which I'll share one of my store finds with you. I did hit one of my local Targets and found some good clearance on there. But since I didn't watch anything, I'm going to share what we've been watching, binge watching during the week. Finally finished season 4 final of The Mayans on FX. Um, yeah, wow. Easy has come a long way. It's going to be season 5 is going to be quite interesting to see where he takes the club. If you haven't watched it, I suggest watching Sons of Anarchy first if you haven't watched that, and then watch The Mayans. Two great shows. Kim Coaches reprises his role as Tig in this episode. Man, he was meant to play that character, and he plays it so well. So it was good to see an original Sons of Anarchy character show up. And I'm looking quite forward to season 5 of it. I didn't think I was going to like this spinoff, but it's really good. I suggest you check it out. Also, we started Dahmer. I think we're on episode 5. This is definitely not a show for your lighthearted people, or homophobic for that matter. It's very disturbing what this guy did to people, and shows his progression, how he got that way. And Peter, what's his name? Peter Evans plays him perfectly. Um, and creepily. So if you like that kind of stuff, like I do, this is a show for you. Very interesting, very compelling. To see what he did to these people. It's sad in a way, but you can't stop watching. That's the problem. So if you haven't watched Dahmer, you like that kind of stuff, check that out on Netflix. We also started that 90s show, which I also believe is on Netflix. If you're fans of that 70s show, definitely check it out. I've only watched one episode, the first episode so far, but yeah, it's big time throwback to that 70s show. So you could check that out. Um, yeah, I think that's all I've been watching. We're gonna try to catch Knock at the Cabin next week. Um, I've heard mixed reviews so far, so we'll see. You'll get Wooz's opinion hopefully next week. I gotta wait and see when Cinemark posts the times for it next weekend. So other than that, yeah, we only went out to our local Target and Walmart. I found nothing at my local Walmart as usual. But a quick run into Target, which is next to where we have to get food for the Wooz pack. I always have to run in there. If we're getting food for the Wooz pack, there's a Target right there. So um, 5 minutes um, earlier, and I would have got more. And I'll get to that. What I did find, I always check Funko out first, the section. Nothing there. It's always the same. Then I go check out Action Figure and look for clearance. They had some Marvel Legends. These are the ones from the TV show. So the TV show is on Disney Plus. We got Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel. $11.49. Originally $22.99. So half price. They did have the Hawkeye. He was 16, so I held off on him because the Woosted mortgage is next week, so we got to behave ourselves. But for $11.49, $22 for two, so for the price of one, I got two. Um, but funny story, I saw a guy walking. I didn't see the clearance tags, but he had She-Hulk and one other one. I don't know who, but damn, I wanted the She-Hulk so bad. I still want She-Hulk and the two Moon Knight, Mr. Knight and Moon Knight. Um, and it'd be cool to get Sylvia too. I think that's Sylvia. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon Carter. So, yeah, I picked them up. If you want the DCPI codes, let me know in the comments, and I can post those for you. So you can go to Brickseeker and see if your local Target might have any in stock. So that's what I found in Target. We'll slide these guys over here for now. Nothing else out in the stores. I've got two pre-orders from Amazon came in, which I stopped pre-ordering the rest in this series. I'm gonna wait and see if I can get them cheaper. And then I got my Midtown Comics pre-order. So let's get into that stuff. No problems with the deliveries this week. Always in my box, so I'm always give the Amazon guy good reviews. And then my comics are always delivered by my male person. She's a very great lady, and I always take care of her Christmas time because she always watches out for our stuff. So came in the no bubble wrap, but it did come with the manufacturer little protective box. And this is Civil War Hawkeye. This is another Amazon exclusive. It's all the characters from Civil War, and you're going to put them all together, and you get a scene from Civil War, which I'm imagining is when they battle each other. So far, I've gotten Hawkeye. I think I already did Vision, or Vision's in the other box, but I only pre-ordered a couple, and they're 13 or 15 bucks. I said, I'm going to wait. You know, the Amazon exclusives always comes down. So instead of pre-order and pay full price, I'm going to take my chances and save them to my list and see if they drop or not. Plus, I got to watch corners and stuff now because, you know, I'm the frugal collector. Cheap collector, frugal. I watch my money. I get the most for my buck, or I try to. A lot of times I'll buy something right away if I think it'll go up in value, and it's a sure thing. But if I'm not sure, iffy, I wait. Oh, here he is, the first one. Of course, he didn't come in his box, but there's some bubble wrap in there. There's the Vision, same series. This is the Civil War Vision from Amazon exclusive. He does look pretty cool. See, oh, there's my face on him. I am not Vision. I'm sure I'm not anybody's Vision. But there he is, Civil War Vision. I gotta figure out my lighting here for you folks. Oh, look there. That's good, huh? Yeah, so that's the Civil War Vision. Work on getting those set. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3 times 4 is 12 of those coming out. All right, last but not least, Midtown Comics pre-order. Like I said, if you don't know, and it's the first time watching, I order all my comics on Midtown Comics because it with their pre-orders. If you do the pre-orders, it's like months in advance. Excuse me. But I save $1 a book, if not more. Plus, it comes with a bag and backing board. And Midtown Comics always does an awesome job packing whatever they're sending you. I've never had a problem with them. Love these guys. One problem I did have, they took care of it right away. Always bubble wrap. Paper in here tells you how many books you're getting in this order. This order has 35 books, and there's 2 bags. That means they actually wrap them. Look at the time they take for this. So I don't mind paying a little more for their shipping, but I always try to order the most and get the shipping because I add the shipping into the price of the books for me. Shipping is always added to whatever I'm buying. So I always try to find free shipping when I can. But Midtown Comics, for the pre-orders, you pay for shipping. And it's usually reasonable. Anywhere from $4.99. I've paid up to $7.99, maybe $11.99, depending on how many books in that order. And then I divide that by how many books I got, and I add that to each card. That's how I catalog and calculate. I use Google Sheets, and I use Sort It on my iPhone, and then the Collectors with a Z. That's another program I'll share at some point in time. It's one I pay for every year, but I love it. And if there would, God forbid, though, the Woosted ever burned down, my collection is all digital, and hopefully I can get some back with my insurance money, which I am. Another thing everybody keeps telling me, oh, you should invest in collector's insurance, which I'm really thinking about doing, starting maybe this year or next year, because the collection is quite large in the house. So, with that being said, let's get open my first bag from Midtown Comics. Let you know what I'm reading, what I'm thinking of the story so far, unless it's something new. Let you know how hyped I am for it. All right. So we have this order. Avengers Assemble Part 6. This story pretty good. It's all the Avengers against the devil. He's the devil. Missed. I can't even. My pronunciation sucks, as you all know. God forbid if you have one of those complicated names, I'm gonna slaughter it. Look at my. I don't know. I'm just that bad. But this has been a good story. Avengers Assemble. That's been a good story. I have not started the Dark Web yet. That's a different, runs through some Spider-Man series like Venom. So I'm looking forward to reading that. The Alien from Marvel Comics. This story contains a group of synthetic soldiers actually going in a hive trying to get an egg for Whaley and Yutani. So that's been an interesting story. Star Wars: The Mandalorian. Look at little Grogu. Let me readjust. That's a cool cover. Follows the story pretty much to the TV series. Adds a little more. Darth Vader. I'm a huge Vader fan, so I will always read Darth Vader. We have Savage Avengers, and this time they're in 2099. Wow, I like this cover too. That's Predator number 6. This is the story of a girl whose parents were killed by the Predator. The whole crew of the science vessel that they were on planet was. She actually wounded the Predator. That's why you see him dripping. You see him dripping there with his mandible missing. She cut it off when she was a kid. Then she started hunting predators. I think she's killed like 20 so far on her own with this ship. So that's been a cool story. Mary Jane and Black Cat 2. This is a Dark Web tie-in. Haven't started that yet. The new Ghost Rider versus Exhaust. That's a cool cover too. I've enjoyed the story. Exhaust there is part Johnny and part Ghost Rider. Interesting. Carnage. This is the Carnage symbiote on its own, collecting powers from other people in the Marvel Universe. So, curious to see how this is going to end out. Avengers War Across Time. I picked this up to check it out. Amazing Spider-Man number 17. That's a cool cover too. Dark Web tie-in. Oh, this one, because Midtown Comics puts them in there. We've got the Batman and the Deadly Duo. That's Joker and Batman teaming up. It's been a pretty cool story. So if you're a Batman fan, you want to check that one out. Deadly Neighborhood Spider. I'm glad this one's a limited series. I'm not digging it so far. It's Spider-Man against a Demon Bear in Los Angeles. Another back one because Midtown Comics always put them with the UPCs on the outside. So if the book has the UPC on the outside, it comes around. Up, Batman One Bad Day, Catwoman. Working on getting a whole series of these. It's individual stories for the villains. So that's the Catwoman one. There was a Two-Face one, Mr. Freeze. I got those. Some other ones I'm working on getting to. So now we're off to the next batch. Batch ones. Let's see what we got here. All right. Well, this looks like the Bane Batman One Bad Day. Bane Batman One Bad Day. That's a cool looking cover too. I like how Batman's in the reflection. That's pretty cool. Well, I already know what this one is. I'll tell you right off that. Philadelphia. I'm telling you, horror fan, vampire fan, pick this one up when you can. Pick up the trade paperbacks. Excellent story. Washington, James Adams, they were all vampires. It's pretty damn cool. We got werewolves in here now and witches. Very interesting story, very good. I would love to see it turned into a show or a movie. Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. You got Hitler there freaking out, or he's going to become a zombie. This is written by Bruce Campbell, star of The Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. Sins of Sinister, the first one. Mr. Sinister, one of my favorite X-Men villains. See what mixing of DNA he's been up to and what he has created here. Murder World, Wolverine. These are one-shots. I've got all the other ones. Haven't read those yet. The Amazing Spider-Man 18. Another Dark Web tie-in. I think this is the last of the Creep Show. If you're fans of the show, like I am, this comic was very faithful to the way the show is. So I think this is the last one, or there might be one more. But yeah, if you love Creep Show, definitely check that one out. Pick up the trade paperback if you can, if you can't find the books. All Out Avengers, because I love all the stories with all the heroes in them. I like my single books too, but I enjoy the more of the stories with everybody in them, or a lot of characters. Another one in the back, Dead Seas. This is another horror one. I'm not too keen on the art. I haven't started it yet. It's not really my favorite type of art, but I'll check it out. Art's not everything. The story helps. Venom, Dark Web tie-in. 15. Han Solo and Chewbacca. I think I'm going to only read this one up to 12. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm kind of on the fence on some of these villain Star Wars one, and there's getting to be so many. The comic books are almost as bad as the toys sometimes for me. We've got Star Wars Bounty Hunters. So I'm reading that one. Spider-Man The Lost Hunt. This is a limited series. I haven't started the new Punisher, but I picked it up because I heard it was really good story so far, and the Punisher's the head of the hand right now. Namor the Submariner, Conquer the Shores. This is a limited series as well. Immortal X-Men 10, I got this because it ties into Sins of Sinister. Hulk number 11. Love my Hulk, see? that's Hulk and Hulkbuster Iron Man. So, I love the Hulk. I can relate with him. Dark Web tie-in with the X-Men. And last but not least, Avengers Assemble Part 5, Avengers Forever. That's a good story. It's the Avengers saving the first Avengers back in BC time, 10 million BC or something. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys this week. I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, please leave me a comment or a like below. Any questions you got for me, shoot them off there. I'll do my best to answer you, give you my honest opinion about a movie, show, collecting advice, whatever you may have. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, if you can give me a like, that's cool. Also, check me out on Facebook and TikTok. And we'll see you next time. And hopefully, I will make it to Cabin in the Woods this time. Our Cabin in the Woods. That is a good movie if you haven't seen it. Knock at the Cabin by M. Mike Shyamalan. Going to see it hopefully next Saturday. Then after that, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And then the following weekend after that, Cocaine Bear. I got those 2 tickets already on order for Ant-Man and Quantumania. But here I go, rambling on, said I was leaving. I'm out of here, folks. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. This is Wooz the Collector, signing off.